Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for March. This is your bonus reading for March. We're just going to jump right in here, Virgo, and see what is coming up for you. I'm actually going to pull this card first, and it says, bring love into the situation. So whatever you're dealing with, I would bring love into the situation, obviously, and it will probably improve whatever the situation is that you're dealing with. You could be going through healing, or you could be trying to heal something here with the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is a card of forgiveness, and one thing I will say is that we are in a time of forgiveness, I believe. So, really, it's like, is this really talking about a heartbreak? I would say no. I think that really the Three of Swords could be talking about forgiveness. The reason I say this also is because you go Judgment to the Three of Swords to the Tower. And so this could be like a past person who's coming into your life, who's asking for forgiveness or requiring forgiveness. Also, by the way, whenever I have Judgment to the Tower, to me, that is not a bad thing. To me, Judgment and Tower is a major revelation or a major wake-up call. So you could be gaining a lot of clarity this month. You have the Sun as your current general energies. The Sun brings a lot of clarity to any situation that we're dealing with, except if you're trying to get a camera to focus, then there's no clarity. But other than that, the Sun shines a light on things that we need to pay attention to in our life. So I would pay attention, and it's 111, by the way, at the time of me recording your video. And, I decided to do some extra videos today. That's why it's so late. Normally I'm done with my videos at 7 o'clock in the morning. But today I got, number one, I got a late start also. But what I would also say is, anyway, you don't need to know any of that. But the Sun shines a light on something that you need to pay attention to. So if something is capturing your attention, if you're just getting excited about something this month, or something stands out to you, I would pay attention to your attention with the Sun. But the Sun also makes the reading more positive. The Sun, is the best card in the deck. Your crossing energy is the Queen of Cups. So what I would say to you is that I think that it would be very beneficial for you to follow your heart. The Queen of Cups really is a card of following your heart, or paying attention to what your heart is telling you at this time. So she has that cup in front of her, and that cup, it almost looks like a trophy, right? It's like it doesn't really look like a cup. And so I always say that the Queen of Cups, she really is very connected to her heart, and she really follows what her heart and her intuition are telling her to do. And so you have the Three of Swords here. I really feel that this reading is saying that it would be very important for you at this time to follow your heart, or to also heal your heart. The Queen of Cups can also be a card of healing. Not only that, you have the Empress here. And the Empress is a card of really taking care of yourself. The Empress is kind of like the card of pampering yourself as well. So I feel it would be a really good time for you to take care of yourself. Doesn't matter what gender you are either. I think these are just energies that are telling you to take care of yourself. In the area of your thoughts, you have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is kind of like giving to multiple things at once. But really, in the area of your thoughts, it can say that you are thinking about where you put your time, effort, and energy. And you could be trying to make sure that you are putting your energy into things that return energy to you. I do like the Six of Pentacles. I mean, to me, it is a very good card of, balancing your energy and making sure that you're investing in the things that invest back into you. And I do think that it would be a great month to focus on that. You end with this gift card at the end, and it says, you're sitting on your gifts. And it also says, it says you're sitting on your gifts and your talents. Believe that you're meant to be great. Sorry that I need glasses, and that is super far away, and I can barely read it. But anyway, I feel like you need to believe that you're meant to be great. But there's some sort of talent, gift, skill, or ability. I feel like I've been saying this to you for months, Virgo, that there's something that makes you special, or there's something that makes you extra. And I feel that you need to kind of express whatever that is to the world so that you can be more successful. You have the Judgment card here. The Judgment card is about waking up to your purpose, and it's coming up in the area of your foundation, like what you're thinking about. It is kind of funny that you go from Judgment to the Tower here. The Tower gets reduced down to its foundation. Sometimes I feel when we discover our purpose, or whatever you want to call it, that we kind of get reduced down to our foundation in a way, right? The Judgment card, these people are waking up from their coffins, and the coffin represents their old life. Outside the coffin represents their new life. And so, I kind of feel like in some ways that you feel like you are about to reinvent yourself, we are definitely in a time of reinvention. No doubt about it. We have Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto is going to go back into Capricorn one more time before officially moving into Aquarius in November. And, so as far as I'm concerned, the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius there is kind of the death of establishment, and that is the Tower, right? The Tower is establishment. The Tower itself, these people have been in this tower, and the tower kind of represents, they are building these walls up against their reality, basically. And the whole point of the tower is that they're being brought down to reality. And so sometimes, again, I feel, and sorry that I'm babbling here, but I'm trying to wrap my head around the message that I'm getting as well. It seems to me like you could be discovering a new reality, and this could be waking you up to a new purpose in your life. Like, this is a pretty deep reading, I have to say. And, I think there's a lot of stuff going on more in your mind, like in your psyche, and like what you think your future life should be, and like how you can create that. And the Judgment card is saying you're waking up to this, and you're having to, maybe you feel like you're reinventing yourself, or like you have to go through this reinvention, right? I don't know. It's kind of deep. We're going to look into it. You have the Knight of Cups in your past. The past position is what you are moving past. The past position, you could be letting go of a past love connection, of course, showing up here, but this could also represent you kind of bringing life to some sort of dream. The Knight of Cups is normally looking into that cup there, and he is dreaming of his perfect future life. He is kind of like imagining it, but he's standing in the desert, and there's this water flowing in front of him. The whole point of the Knight of Cups is that he thinks that he's in the desert where you can't get anything to grow. But when he looks closer, really, there's this water flowing in front of him. So even though he's in the desert where it doesn't look like he has the resources necessary to do something that he wants to do, the water is in front of him. He can get the things to grow in front of him no matter what. So I feel for some of you that it is time for you to start planting seeds in a new direction in your life, probably doing something that has to do with like some sort of talent, gift, skill, or ability that you have, or a skill that you've learned in the past. You also have this Dragon card here. This Dragon card kind of represents history, like things that you have learned in the past. It's also a card of authority as well. And I do feel like some of you have a great opportunity to become an authority figure based off of things that you have like learned in the past, like I already said. So it would be an amazing time for you to use your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities. Next, in the area of your very near future, you have the Three of Swords. I do feel like some of you are healing or trying to let go of something from the past. It does not have to be love. This could just be something that hasn't worked out or hasn't been working out for you, I feel. I also do feel forgiveness here. Like you could be forgiving a past person, or just forgiving a past situation. We have so many healing cards here as well that, you have the Queen of Cups, you have the Empress. The Queen of Cups as your crossing energy could kind of represent the fact that maybe you don't want to heal, or, it's not really, I don't really think it's about not wanting to heal. I just think sometimes we're not ready to heal. I think sometimes we have to be angry about a situation or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not one of those spiritual teachers. Like, I think we're meant to be angry sometimes. Like, obviously we have the emotion for a reason. So if you want to be angry about something, be angry about it, right? I think you need to. I think that all these spiritual teachers that are like, oh, all like love and light and rainbows, unicorns, and fairies all over the place. BS, right? This is the real world. It is very 3D. I'm a big fan of spirituality and all that other stuff, but I think we came here to have a 3D experience. So if you have to be angry, go be angry about something. I think what's more destructive is bottling it up and pretending like you're not angry about something that you're angry about. So again, if you're angry about something, I say let it out, right? Get that energy out. Of course, I think there's productive anger where you maybe channel it into a letter that you go burn, right? Or you channel it into a creative project or something like that. And then there's destructive anger where you take it out on somebody or whatever, right? So we want to be constructive here, of course, but again, I think that if you're angry, let it out. Could be very healing for you, right? Plain and simple. Over the next few months, you have the Empress. The Empress is a lot of abundance. So again, I do feel like there is clearly a lot of abundance coming in for you. I also feel like you're very attractive at this time. So if you want love, I would get out there. It doesn't matter what gender you are. Like I said, I just think that, you could be getting extra attention, or it could be a time where people are noticing you. So if you want love, now would be the time to get out there. I don't really see anything specific here, sign wise. It could be any sign that's coming in for you as far as love is concerned. And I also, I kind of feel right here, well, I'll show you. You have the Knight of Pentacles. This is coming up in the area of your closest relationships, which is all relationships, not just love. But, again, I feel like that all of you could be kind of putting in the work to, build up a relationship or whatever. But this is pretty slow. And so it wouldn't surprise me if you meet a new person, you just kind of take your time and don't rush, which is perfectly fine, right? I don't think we should be rushing anyway. So I would say take your time, allow it to happen, of course. But that's what I get here with the Knight of Pentacles. I do want to say that on the Empress, I do feel that you are kind of working on creating a lot of abundance. I feel a lot of you could be working on things that will make you very abundant in the future. You have the Knight of Pentacles again. And again, I also feel that, again, a lot of you could be working on things that are going to make you very abundant in the future. So whatever you're working on, I would be putting in the work, especially if it has to do with some sort of talent, gift, skill, or ability you have. Because, where was that card here? It was like somewhere. I didn't even talk about this, by the way. This patience card, probably because I hate the word patience. I am the opposite of a patient person, right? The complete opposite. So, there you go. But I would be patient over whatever it is. But I think that all of your readings really talk about you. Oh, it was the gift card at the end. I think all your readings really talk about you having a skill that you need to express more. I've been saying this to you for months, and it's definitely something that's repeating. In the area of your future feelings, you have the Tower. Again, I feel good bad about this. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Personally, I like the Tower anyway, though. I mean, to me, the Tower is not a bad card. To me, in life, we are always following the Fool's journey. We go from the Fool to the World, which means we hit all the cards in between, including the Tower. It's just part of how we develop, and a life without Tower moments would be boring. Everything would always be the same. You would never change. You would always be the same. And so that would be boring. So the Tower is a necessary part of life. How we handle the Tower moments is what's important, but this is coming up in your future feelings. I do feel like some of you feel that you have to reinvent yourself, or you could have a stronger desire to make changes, like to reinvent yourself or to change your story, or to do things in a different way. So I feel it would be a great time for you to reinvent yourself. You have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a card of your future, is a card of being curious, and I kind of feel like you need to be curious about the future and about your future thoughts, or, about your future direction. The thing about the Tower as well is I think we're going to see some crazy shit during Pluto and Aquarius. So don't be surprised, right? Sometimes I feel the Tower is like, oh my God, the sky is falling. Like, people just like screaming and crying about like all the things that are going on. And I'm not saying there won't be crazy things going on, but again, it's Pluto and Aquarius. We're going to see some weird stuff, right? Aliens, all sorts of stuff. Mark my words. Like, if aliens are going to land, it's going to happen Pluto and Aquarius 2025. My prediction is 2025 into 2026, right at the end of the year. I think, they've always been here, but I think that they'll become more aware, that they will, that there will be more awareness, right, brought to the situation. And like literally seeing aliens or something like that. We already kind of have, like, Miami, right? Do I need to say more about my conspiracy theories? I don't need dem boys showing up on my deck right now. So I don't need any alphabet agency showing up because of the things I say. So we're just gonna pretend that I didn't say that and that I'm crazy and have no clue what I'm talking about. But when it happens, don't say I didn't warn you, right? There you go. You have this gift card. It says someone will give you a gift or help you in some way. You have natural talents, gifts, and abilities just waiting to be discovered. You need to use those talents, gifts, skills, and abilities that you have to be more successful. And that's what I feel like you're doing here, Virgo. So there you go. But let's clarify through here and see. With the Sun and the Queen of Cups, what do you know? You have the Judgment card. I really feel that you are waking up to something that is a much more valuable skill, or I don't really know how to say what I want to say here, Virgo, other than I feel like you have a skill. And this is a skill that you've always known about. And you're going to be using it in a way or in a different way. I don't know. This could be something you were born with. It could be something you're really good at doing or whatever. But I feel like you're going to be using a skill as part of your purpose. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is like a card of wish fulfillment, but it's also a card of being mentally fulfilled. It's showing up in the area of your thoughts. And the Nine of Cups says when we bathe in the energy of something we want, that's when we get it. And I do feel that we are in a time of heightened manifestation. So I think it would be an amazing time for you to try to manifest the things that you want and desire in your life, whatever that is, whether that's money or abundance or success, doesn't really matter. I would be doing whatever you can to manifest what you want. With the Judgment card, you have the Six of Cups. Some of you could be thinking about the past here. you could be dealing with again, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You could be dealing with some sort of ending because of the past. This could be a divorce or a separation or something like that. I would be careful of someone holding on to you here. Like, this could be, I'm not telling you what to do or anything like that here, Virgo, but just like intuitively, I don't feel bad about this, but this could be like a person who just doesn't want to let you go, or a person who's trying to not let you go or something like that. So I'd be careful of that. I do like the Six of Cups, though. Six of Cups to me can represent a change in direction. It can also be a gift from the universe, and you have that gift card at the end there. So again, you could be receiving some sort of gift from the universe, and usually the gift that we receive from the Six of Cups is a turnaround, meaning we've been bumping up against an obstacle, and now the obstacle is being removed. So, if you've been bumping up against any obstacles, this could be the removal of obstacles. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Fool. The Fool is about being taking a leap of faith or having some sort of new beginning. It's kind of weird that this is showing up in the past. The Fool, it's funny that I also talked about the Fool's journey. The Fool is like the beginning or having a new beginning, and I do feel like some of you need to have some sort of new beginning here with the Fool, or you need to take a leap of faith towards something new. I also feel like some of you could be taking a risk with a new person. And I do feel like saying this is going to be worth the risk. I really feel you could be attracting a person that is like very good for you, especially if you want new love. With the Three of Swords, you have the High Priestess. Definitely time to trust your intuition at this time. It's a very intuitive time. I would be listening to your inner voice as well with the High Priestess. The High Priestess is also about being neutral. It's about, kind of not looking at things as positive or negative, but looking at things as experiences. And weird, I never read the High Priestess that way, but it is popping into my head that if you're going through something or dealing with something, I think that looking at it as an experience would be very good for you. With the Empress, Ten of Pentacles, are you kidding? Definitely increasing your abundance. Whatever you're doing is improving your situation. Whatever you're working on is clearly going to make you feel very abundant. The Ten of Pentacles is about building and leaving a legacy. And as I always say, if I were an Earth sign, that's the only thing I would focus on, and I basically am. I have a crap ton of, basically every planet except for the sun in my chart is in Capricorn. So, I might as well be a Capricorn. And that's not completely true, but, I have a lot of Capricorn, and every asteroid in my chart is in Capricorn as well. So, as far as I'm concerned, I think Earth energy should be focused on building and leaving some sort of legacy. That could be a legacy that you leave to the world. It could be a discovery you make that you leave to the world. It could be building a family. It could just be making yourself the best version of yourself, which could inspire other people, which is a form of leaving a legacy. So it doesn't matter what it is, but it just needs to be something. It doesn't matter how big or small it is as well. It's you could make one YouTube video that inspires one person. That is enough. You could write a poem that inspires one person. That is enough. So, as long as you're just working towards something, it doesn't matter how big or small it is. I think that you're going to get a lot of benefits. Also, Ten of Pentacles to me is a card of hidden and secret information. It is a card of learning. So anything you can do to learn as much as you can about whatever you're working on is going to increase your abundance for sure. Very abundant reading. With the Knight of Cups, you have the King of Cups. Could be a water sign or earth sign, or water with earth, earth with water, whatever coming in for you if you want love. Could be any sign. I'm not really picking up on one sign or the other, but again, if you want love, definitely some sort of connection coming in for you here. You have the King and Queen of Cups. So I definitely feel that there could be a divine counterpart coming in for you as well. Someone that you'll have a very strong connection with. I kind of feel this is one of those things where it's almost immediate. If you're looking for love, I feel like you could meet a person, maybe, I think it could be this year. It doesn't have to be March, but, I think that you really will be having an instant connection with a person. If you're not already with a person, if you're already with a person, this also looks good. It might be a little bit slow, but I do feel there's that immediate connection, instant connection. And maybe you feel like you're going to marry the person or whatever. So again, looks good to me. With the Tower, you have the Eight of Swords. Don't get stuck by needing things to always be the same way, right? Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction. It's a good abundant reading, but sometimes I think we can have abundant readings and still have a challenge. It's things are not always perfect, So you can have a good, bad reading. I don't think this is even good, bad, but I do feel the Tower is saying, especially with the Eight of Swords, the reason we have Tower moments is because we only think there's only one reality. The Eight of Swords literally says the way to get out of the Eight of Swords is to see that there are other ways of doing things. There are other realities, right? And that's literally what this card is saying. So, I feel like if you broaden your horizons, give yourself options, open your, expand your mind, that's going to lead to the most success with those cards. With the Page of Swords, you have the Devil here. Could be a Capricorn coming in for you. Funny that I said Capricorn. I also feel that this could be saying it's time to release anything toxic or negative from your life. It is kind of funny because, again, I do feel if there are things that that aren't good for you, or if there are things in your life that you shouldn't be doing, again, no judgments here, right? I would get rid of those things, whatever they are. We're going to pull 5 main themes here. You have this whale. It says, great worry over nothing. I don't know. I feel like this is the name of the game for the next 10 years at least. I think that over the next 10 years, I've said this before, I'll say it again, I think there are going to be a lot of people that are worry about every little thing going on, like AI, taking jobs and things like that. But instead of worrying, we should just be focusing on building something great, whatever it is in our lives. And I feel that people who do that are going to get somewhere. The people that worry are going to get to the end of the 10 years and they're going to realize that they worried about nothing that matters, and they're going to have done nothing but worried, is what I'm trying to spit out here. So I feel that, it's like there's no point worrying about something that hasn't happened yet. I really feel we're in a time, and I say this all the time, and I'm going to keep saying it, that we just need to do what we can with what we got, right? And if you do that, you're going to be great. Things are going to go really well. If you don't, then you're just going to be a sad whale, like on that whale card. You have this Eagle card. It says triumph over obstacles. Yeah, 6 of Cups. Like I said, gift from the universe. This reading is definitely there's some sort of gift from the universe coming in for you. You have this Yoke card. It says feeling tied down and frustrated. Tower, 8 of Swords. I would embrace change. I would look for other ways of doing things, and that's probably what will set you free. You have this Hammock. It says take a vacation physically or mentally. Maybe you need a vacation at this time. You have this Younger Man card. It says dealings with relationships in the younger man. You have this Dagger. It says fears, worries, tense situation. I would, if you have a person like this, it doesn't have to be a man, could be any gender, I would put up boundaries. You have the Devil, the Tower. Again, there could be, it's just kind of like I have a story popping into my head here where there could be a person in your life who causes a lot of problems. And only for those of you that have that story in your life, I would put up boundaries against that person. But this is a pretty good reading, really. I think there are gifts from the universe coming in for you, tons of abundance as well. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your mark.